Hey there, happy Friday. I'm just finishing. There we go. Sorry about that. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday, Annette at the Cow Emporium. Hope you're doing well. Hey there, Lisa Calovi. Hope all is going good with you, my friend. Hey, Holman's Homestead. I'm really excited because I'll tell you what's going on in a minute. I know some people are probably still in the ads or something. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. As you know, we're remodeling a kitchen, which is something I will never do again in my life because I don't have an eye for this stuff at all. Give me a kitchen that's already done and I can take it from there. But man, there's just too many choices. It's absolutely overwhelming. Overwhelming. Hey there, Ariella. Hey, Gwen, Bro Cowgirl. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here, everybody. Totally overwhelming, totally expensive, totally worth it. I get it, but overwhelming for me because I can't handle it. It's too many decisions. I don't know what to do. I pick safe stuff because I don't have a vision of wild stuff put together, so it's crazy. But yeah, we took the day off from the remodel and went and bought the range hood. We went to look for a light fixture. I ended up ordering one online. All the outlets, I mean, everything we got today, and we got it home. We got the sink, all that stuff. So I'm really excited about that. But we were looking at a backsplash. No, I've never had a backsplash that wasn't just paint. And so, the budget is reaching the end. And so we were looking at peel and stick tiles because we knew someone that we helped put them in and they lasted for years and they still to this day look amazing. And someone suggested to me peel and stick wallpaper that is durable and washable will work well. And our countertop has the lip on it, if that makes sense. So like, here's the countertop and I'm attached. It's kind of hard to do it. Okay. Here's the countertop. This is the edge where you stand against. This is the edge that goes on the wall. We bought the countertop that has the curved piece that goes up. And then we have, I think it's from the counter to the bottom of the cabinets is 18 inches. So that's why I'm glad we have this. Ryan wanted that because he didn't want stuff spilling behind the counter. So that's why we did that. So yes, someone suggested peel and stick wallpaper that is washable and durable, and I found it on Amazon, and I think I'm going to do it. And Holman says, "Yep, yep." Exactly, Annette. And so, but here's the deal. We're going to measure and order it tomorrow. Why? Because if you think that I'm going to be cutting on the edge of a new countertop and then in the bottom of the cabinets, that's not happening. We are going to mark what the heck do you call it? Backsplash. We are going to mark the backsplash. This all just happened, so I'm like impulsive. We are going to mark the backsplash and we are going to mount all the wallpaper so all the edges are behind a cabinet or behind the counter. Obviously, you would still be able to rip it up. It's just that it would secure it better in addition to the peel and stick. So I'm like, hadn't thought of that. We had been thinking of peel and stick tile. Yeah, we did too. And so I posted something on Instagram and people were like, I've had the peel and stick tile and it's coming up. And I'm like, I'm not doing this twice. Because then you get the adhesive on the wall and it's not as easy as just removing it, right? So, hey, Jennifer Ocean. Spend good money, maybe they are thicker. Exactly. But I mean, if I was just gonna have paint there anyway, I figured it would be worth it to try. I don't know. And it's a friend's daughter who actually messaged me and showed me how she remodeled her kitchen, and she's been wiping it, and it's wipeable very well. So I thought that was cool. Worth a shot. It's either that or we're just gonna have painted because I'm like, I looked, I think the old tin behind your chamber stove is gonna be amazing. I looked at it today and I could not find a color that I liked at all. Because I thought of putting that behind there too, but you have to cut them, and the sizes that they came in for a backslash would have ruined the design cutting them, if that makes sense. Our holiday trailers were like that. Okay, gotcha. It'd be very cool. So I think I'm gonna try it. I don't know. I mean, if it's really awful, we'll see. But I think I'm gonna give it a shot. So, because sometimes the paint bothers me, no matter how much I scrub, I can't get something off, like if oil splattered or something. And I know it's gonna be like that with the wallpaper. So I'm just trying to figure out how to kind of do all that. Hey, Ann Philbeck. So I think we're gonna look into it better tomorrow after I've slept on it, and do some measuring. But this is what I looked at that I really liked because it'll be brighter. I can't get it to be bigger. I'm trying to figure. I click on the picture and it won't get bigger. Let's see. All right. You ready? Here it is. So it's beige. So it would brighten up between the dark brown counter and the cabinets, which are lighter. But I thought that was kind of funky, kind of different. But I really like that. What do you think? Vinyl, I can't spell. Yeah, I totally get that. It's typing, it's not. It is, um, yeah, it's a washable wallpaper. So I'm gonna give it a shot, I think. Because I think that will brighten up under the cabinets because I have this color countertop. Like I said, I'm just really bad at this. Let's see. So that's the countertop minus the pink sticky note. And then that's the cabinet and the floor. And I'm excited because the floor is in the laundry room and the laundry room is already warmer. So the kitchen will be warmer, I'm hoping. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Ariella. I appreciate it. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But we took a day off and it was kind of nice to take a day off because we were really kind of whooped from tearing things down. But the really cool part is all the kitchen cabinets that were out on the front lawn in front of the house are gone. Our friends, two friends, one took 4 cabinets for a shop to repurpose the upper cabinets, and our other friends took all the rest and said, we're going to put together a summer garden kitchen in their barn to be able to rinse vegetables off and that kind of stuff. And then they said, whatever we don't use will burn. So they took it all, saved us 2 hours round trip, energy, time, and money to get rid of those old cabinets. So I'm super excited. Super excited. If we would have had a ton of snow, I'd have thrown them on the burn pile, but we have not had snow. So thank you, everybody. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Glenn and I had friends decide on our countertop and main floor paint colors because we couldn't decide or agree. Yeah. Ryan could care less about the colors. He's really impressed with the cabinet construction because they were made locally, which is really cool. But yeah, this is too much for me. I just can't handle this stuff. I am not one of those girly girls who are like all over designing things. I'm just like, can we get it put together and use it? I am not fancy pants. But here I am sitting in my craft room with kitchen stuff all around me, because that's kitchen stuff is everywhere. Third weekend in a row, it's snowing again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. You guys have had a lot of snow. Annette said, me either. And Phil Beck said, I know you're excited. I want to paint my cabinets white. They're still good cabinets. If they're good cabinets, painting them, go for it. Mine were not good. Mine were expanded upon by a family who lived here. And obviously I get it, why they did it. And I'm not knocking them at all. Because you do what you got to do. But we got to the point where we decided we can still do this ourselves, which saves a ton of money. We had planned on doing it in 2020. Then we decided to start a farm instead. And all our energy went into the farm and we just didn't even bother with the kitchen. But let me tell you a couple of the things. So I've got a few drawers that don't open because they're broken. Aside from the other aesthetic stuff, which is not a big deal, that I could have dealt with. But here's the funny part. When we can, it takes two people. When we use the canners on the stove, pressure or water bath, if we do quartz, it takes two people, one to pull the canner out and hold it on the edge of the stove, while the other person takes them out, because you take them out. If you took them out over the stove, when you have the grip that holds the jar, your hand hits the hood on the top of the stove. There's not enough. You know what I mean? There's not enough room. So now the cabinet we asked for them to make the cabinet taller, and we got a very streamlined hood. So we probably gained about 6 inches, which is very exciting. Plus, all around the kitchen, we gained about a foot of cabinet space because the old cabinets did not go to the ceiling. These will go up to the ceiling. So they're a foot longer, which is pretty cool. No, you don't have drawers that won't open. Your friends now have them. They don't have them yet. They don't have them yet because, ironically, even the ones with the front flapping, the drawer front that flaps like this, I pulled the drawers out when we pulled the cabinets out. And right now I have tons of stuff in them, storing them on tables. But they will be getting them. They will be getting them. So I'm really excited. So we're hoping this weekend we got to paint the ceiling, sand the walls, paint the walls. Some of it is just to seal it and make it cleaner. And what do you call it? Get new sheetrock in and all that stuff. We were really thrilled. There's a lot of insulation on the kitchen wall, which is an outside wall. So thrilled about that. But yeah, super excited that it's going to be more functional, which is what we need. You need that height. Absolutely. Absolutely. I hate range hoods that are too low, Ariella said. I agree. Jennifer said, oops, sorry. I got something stuck on my teeth. I never understood cupboards that don't go to the ceiling. It's just the dust collecting space and waste. Amen, sister. That is where I am at. That is exactly where I'm at, and that's why we went to the ceiling. So we're just gonna put molding around them and keep it simple, so it'll be perfect. I don't think I'm gonna have a range hood. I want just a washable light. That's awesome. We were not gonna get a range hood. We were not gonna replace it, and the only reason I did is the new cabinets we ordered, there is a cabinet that goes over the stove, and my concern was if we didn't put a range hood, because where ours is, it's not vented outside, so we always felt it was useless. Where the range hood is, if it wasn't there, all that grease from cooking could possibly be under the cabinets, and I wasn't doing that. So I said, we got a very cheap, low profile looking stainless steel range hood, which is pretty smooth. Yep, moisture buildup too, right from the steam and all that, and we don't want that to happen. So we went with it. Good point, Jennifer Ocean. Thank you. Hey, Rick, welcome to my Cape Cod life. Good to see you. So anyway, yes, so that's what we've been doing, and that's what we will be continuing to be doing. And I'm sure that we've probably got 2 or 3 more weeks worth of work because there's just 2 of us, and we're not going to kill ourselves. We just take our time, do a little bit steadily every day. The only thing I use is the light anyway. Gonna put the old tin under there too. I can scrub it. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. Perfect for the tin. I agree. I had toyed with putting the tin pieces under the cabinet if we didn't have the range hood. But I decided, you know what? Let's just do it right and put a range hood and then take it from there. And ours is just, it's probably about that thick, if that makes sense. And the nice part is it's flat and then it comes out like, and it just, so, and it's got a light on it and it's got a fan and it's got a filter that's dishwashable, which is really cool because years ago they were not. But yeah, so we're pretty excited and the cabinets are really cool. I've never ordered cabinets before, so this is my first experience. They came all numbered and they give you a diagram of to where the numbers go, which I thought was pretty cool. So the only thing we have to do is we will have to cut holes for the bridge piece. There's a cabinet. There's a cabinet that goes over the sink, over the window, and we're gonna put can lights in it. They're like can-less lights. They're just the LED ones that you'll cut a hole and put them in the bottom. So we have a light over the sink, but super stoked. Mine has that too, but I hate it. Yeah, I don't blame you. Me, I'd have a wall oven every time, easy to use, easy to see into, and heaps easier to clean. I agree. I don't have a wall to put it in. That's my problem. So we're just going to buy a stove with an oven. And my goal is to eliminate using the drawer underneath the stove because the drawer underneath the stove always gets something in it and it makes me crazy. So I'm trying to avoid that. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah. So what's going on with all of you? I saw Ariella said she was going to be moving into, I believe, campus housing, if that was the case. I got to go back up to see. Moving into student housing on February 22nd. Congratulations. Good for you, Ariella. Gwen says, I found 2 more stoves for $200, debating on getting them for parts. I think that's a great idea because that's a common practice, as you know. When people do that all the time. And I think that's brilliant because sometimes you get the pot that goes in your hole would be in there, or like the griddle that you're scrubbing, you might have a better griddle on it. I mean, I think it's definitely worth looking into because you might be able to get parts that are in better shape. I know when Ryan was restoring a tractor, he bought the tractor, then it was an Alice Chalmers, and then he bought 2 in Georgia that were in pieces. He eventually sold them all together. when we moved from North Carolina, but it was pretty cool. Oh, a student garden too. Nice. Nice. Where the drawer under the stove comes off the track and is a huge pain to get back on. No kidding. Good for you, Ariel. I think that's awesome. Jennifer Ocean said 11 p.m. here, added more wood in the wood stove, was way too drained to get my cake video done. So getting up early to do it won't take long. Then I can post it tomorrow afternoon. Good for you. Cake. I am out of cake tonight, and that's kind of depressing. The timer knob alone is like 125 if you can find it. Plus mine is missing the Chambers label. Ryan bought a tractor that didn't even run for the logo, for the emblem, and then sold the tractor. So worked out really good. He got more than what he paid for it for an emblem. So that was pretty cool. That's great. So yeah, you guys want a Norman update? Because I didn't have a topic tonight because my brain can't function. So Norman is Monday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So he's 4 days off all medications. And I've noticed that he's got a bit of a one or two step limp, and then it goes away. So we're keeping an eye on it, and we are hoping that it does not worsen, because honestly, there's not much else we can do. The vet had said at that point it was probably neurological and maybe it's masking it, but we shall see. That's always a reality because you can't give a pig an MRI and all that stuff. So we will see. As long as he can live a good quality of life, he will stay here. Spanish bar cake in won't be over 10 minutes. So don't worry, I won't keep people watching for an hour. That's awesome. I don't mind an hour-long video as long as it's like keeping my attention for an hour. Gwen says, that's what I told Gary, sell the knobs or whatever we don't need, or have them and you'll have them on hand, because if anything ever broke on yours, you know, I mean, I think it's smart. Hey, Qualky, hope you're doing, Joe. Hope you're doing really good, Joe. Yeah, Diesel is not happy about this whole renovation thing. I know, come on, Normie. Diesel is not happy about this whole home renovation thing. He is madder than a hornet. I can tell you that right now. He is acting bizarre. When the cabinet guys delivered, one of them was the owners of the company, and they were here when they measured, and he was like, can I pet him? And I said, normally I would let you, but he was on the couch and I said, you best not, because he's not happy. He was so upset. The power tools make him bark. Oh my gosh. LOL, I look for Diesel in every picture you send me. Yeah, he's usually there. He's something else. But I don't blame him. He's a rescue. Yogi was like that. If we had changes in the house, they both get upset. And Diesel tends to get a little more anxious when stuff's going on in the house, and he does not like power tools. So the other day he was up all day and he without sleeping, and boy, he was snoring all night long. Crazy. Crazy. So what else is going on with you guys? Anybody got anything good going on? Or anybody have any questions, homesteading questions that they want to ask, or anything like that? I know Annette at the Cow Emporium on Instagram talked about planting her leeks. I've got to get mine going. I haven't done it yet, but I have leek seeds and I've got to try her method. But I'm feeling pretty excited The good news about the kitchen being redone is we're not doing a lot of bulk ordering because there's nowhere to preserve anything. We literally have a stove in the middle of the kitchen at this point and had to plug it in tonight to heat up some vegetables because we're camping. Most of my seeds are up. Oh, that's so cool. Do leeks take a long time to germinate? I know that you said, if I remember correctly, I don't want to quote you wrong, but if I remember correctly, Annette, you said you made the holes, you planted them pretty deep, and then you left the holes open and they're already growing. That's so cool. I'm going to see if I can put them in a rectangular tray that I fill with dirt versus any pots. I'm going to see if that'll work because I think I could find time to do that. I'm pretty excited about that. I can't imagine the stress of renovating again. That is for translating. I don't find it, I don't want to say, well, no, you're right. It is stress. I find it more exhausting and overwhelming. So I guess that's stress. Like I said, we went to the store today and there's like 5 million choices for everything. And it's just like, do we really need that many choices? I really don't need anything exciting that way. Rick says, I have to get my grow station organized. Jennifer Ocean says, the kitchen at this new house is the size of a closet. It's quite the challenge. An old dishwasher don't work. Have to hand wash canning jars. Oh, that's a pain. I usually hand wash mine though before I put them in the dishwasher, I have to say, because I've noticed like the stock and everything, it leaves that greasy film. And I find that if I wash it, it gets clean. Annette says they seed very shallow and take between 10 to 15 days. Dang, I meant transplanting. Okay. Awesome. I gotcha. I'll have to go back and read your post when I plant mine. I'm going to hope to do some maybe Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. Because, well, no, Monday we're going to help my friend with shearing. So probably Monday. Yeah, it's hard when you've got a small kitchen. We've had that in North Carolina, right outside of Asheville when we were living there. We had a very small kitchen. The only saving grace was that we had a dinette off to it and it was open. Accepting Costco gift cards for a dishwasher find, LOL. Do you have, because you're in Canada, if I remember correctly, does Canada have Habitat for Humanity restores? I was talking to a friend of mine earlier, and when we were in North Carolina, we really got some awesome stuff from a Habitat restore. The one here is hit or miss in Rapid City. The one in Asheville was amazing. Even the one in Spruce Pine, North Carolina was really good. We got, picture this, one of them big fancy front doors that have the stained glass on the top, and then they had the stained glass panels on the side, and it's like this whole big production front door. We had that. We had a foundation that was not in the dirt on 2 sides of the house, and we got that door for like a couple $100, and it was brand new, taken out of a house. So it probably didn't fit or something. And we had that on our basement, our foundation, and it looked amazing. Yeah, but it's not close and can't afford a car to get there. I totally understand that, Jennifer. Ariella said, for me, it's moving house. I'm hoping my next move will be my last within Australia. When I move abroad, I just go with what I can pack for the plane and start again at the other side. Makes sense. Ann Philbeck said, we love our restore. It's awesome. That's cool. The one in Asheville had a killer book section. Like Every section they had was amazing. Calgary has a Habitat for Humanity restore, is what the Cow Emporium said. Ariella said, I'll be near a Costco when I move. There you go. Yay. Annette, you said never heard of, is that Costco? I'm making a face at you if you're saying that you've never heard of Costco. Because I think that's where you go. We don't have Costco. We have Sam's. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Sorry. Jennifer said, I'm in New Brunswick. Gotcha. Gotcha. Sorry, I can't keep it all straight. Thanks, Lisa Kalovi. Yeah. So good times, right? I would like to know if anybody knows of a resource for kitchen cabinet hardware that you can buy in bulk online. I saw a couple places. I'm not looking for fancy. I'm looking for smooth. When I say smooth, I mean that we don't get caught on. We were originally going to keep the hardware off, but at some point we're going to need it. So what I want to do is buy it all at one time online so it's cheaper. Costco. There's no Costco's near me. I think the closest one is Minnesota, or Montana. So I'd rather do online. We have Sam's Club. That's what we have. And I don't think they have it. Maybe I'm wrong, but the thing that I notice is when you go in these big box stores, they don't have the quantity you need. So it's like you have to order more stuff. Yeah, Bismarck is, hold on. Yeah, Bismarck is 5.5 hours from us. Look for discount kitchen hardware, not bulk. Will do. Costco online, ships to your house. And Philbeck says we have both here. Yes, you're by the main border. Yes. I wasn't going to, but we realized when the cabinets got delivered, we will need them. I really did not want handles at all. Maybe Facebook buy seller swap groups. Good idea, Ariel. I'll check that out. Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look for discounted. Because one of the things we've been doing is like when we bought the outlets, we bought the contractor packs of 10, and the switches, we bought the contractor pack. Because it was a heck of a lot cheaper when you bought the contractor pack versus buying stuff like that. Because part of what we're doing is replacing all the outlets, replacing the electrical, replacing the plumbing. So that way, once we're done with this, we are totally done. We're not doing this again. I would drive 5.5 hours to go to Costco with a trailer. No other house, it was 3 hours away. Yeah. 5.5 hours is hard for me because we've got the farm and stuff. So I'm liking Costco more than Sam's Club. They carry more low carb snacks I like. Awesome. A lot of people like Costco more than Sam's Club, but it's all we have. So, South Dakota is very, South Dakota took a lot for us to get used to. You know, I said Bismarck, North Dakota is 5.5 hours away. We can drive 8 hours. So where we are in Western South Dakota, we can drive 8 hours to get to the border of Iowa or Minnesota. It's 8 hours across a state. Whereas when we used to drive, when we lived in Connecticut, you could drive through all these states to get where you were going. It was really crazy. But it's just really weird that, you know, even when we got the pigs all the way, I think it wasn't near Bismarck. Let me look real quick. So there's Bismarck. Mowbridge. Nope, not Bismarck. It was closer to, let me see here. Good night, Ann. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. We had to, when we went to get the pigs, they were almost to North Dakota, but on the eastern side of South Dakota was where we went. Thanks for checking in, Ann. We appreciate you. We buy all of our knobs from Lee Valley. Not cheap, but good. All right. I'm going to take a picture of that. And Gwen, thank you. I saw that you sent me something. I will take a look in a minute. Hey, Troy Sutton, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Costco is 45 miles. Oh, lucky you. Home Depot online. I may look at them. I'm not a fan of Home Depot. But it's a good idea because I was going to look at Lowe's and stuff like that. One of the things that I find though is even online, they just tend to not have as much stock because we have to buy a bunch. Bye, Rick. Have a good weekend. Appreciate you being here. Hey, our flipping farmstead. But I appreciate the thoughts. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm going to check out all those places you guys suggested. I really appreciate it. And I know Gwen sent me something. I will look at that. Oh, I like that one too. Yep, I will take a look. Gwen, thanks for sending this. I like this one too. I will definitely look. You want to know what I saw today? Dollar store, you'd be surprised what you find there. I would have to look because the dollar stores in town are terrible. I'd have to go out of town to look. I do know they have peel and stick backsplash though. I do know that. I've looked there. Let me see here. Where is this one? I wanted to show this to you. I saw a cool piece of hardware. I'm not going to get it, but I thought it was cool. I just don't think it'll go with the cabinets. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, Walmart online is an option too. Thank you. I saw this one today and I thought it was really cool. It looks like piping. I'm not going to do that for the kitchen, but I just thought it was really cool because I have pipe towel racks and toilet paper holders in my bathroom and by my utility sink. And I think they're really cool. But they're $8.99 a piece. Can you imagine? $8.99 a piece. World is too expensive these days, I tell you. Just going to go back through, make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody. If I didn't say hello to you, please yell at me and say. Yeah, eBay and Amazon would be worth a look. Absolutely. Yeah, it probably would be cheaper to buy the actual pipe pieces. Yeah. I bought the towel racks that had the pipe ones, and I love them. They look so great in the bathroom because the bathroom is like, I've got a pig feed sack looking shower curtain, and we've got that paneling, so it went really well. Your cabinets are gorgeous. Keep hardware simple so it doesn't take away from them. Agreed. I want very simple. I want smooth, and I want just what's needed. That's really where I'm at. I don't want anything to detract from the cabinets. I agree 1,000,000%. Because I absolutely love the cabinets. And I realized what they're made out of. I was saying it wrong. I was saying that they were aspen and poplar and all that. I kept screwing it up. It's alder. They're made out of alder. I don't know what that means, but they're beautiful. But yeah, smooth stuff. Very minimalistic is what we want. Also for installation. Because we're kind of over it. At least by the time we get done with all the stuff over the weekend, it will be really nice to just start putting in the floor, because then at that point you're putting in new stuff, so it's exciting. This stuff right now is not exciting, but it needs to be done. So this is just, it's weird for me. It's still surreal because we're cheap. It's not what we do. So this is totally out of our comfort zone, but exciting because it really needed to be done. And it got put off for 6 years because we needed a farm. But we will see. Gwen, when are your next goats due? I'm curious. Ariella said, and what will last? Absolutely. Could not agree more. I will not buy garbage. It's got to last. We're doing this one time and we're not doing it again. So we will see. So that's it. Don't think anyone else is bred. Oh, geez. I'm sorry. I hope so. Well, I hope if you want people bred, someone is. Because that's a lot less for you than normal, but that can also be a good thing too. But I'll leave that alone because I know you like to talk about that on your channel. Oops, I hit something. We're going to try Fiona this year and see how it goes. Give Eleanor a break. But we'll see how that goes. I'm just looking through the comments. See if I missed anything. What's everybody doing this weekend? I may throw them in for fall kitting. Oh, that makes sense. What's everybody doing for this weekend? I'm curious. Got anything exciting going on? I'll be in the kitchen. Me and Ryan will be in the kitchen trying to stay married, working on a project together. But so far we're doing good. So we shall see. Any of you guys on the eastern side of the United States still very cold? I hear there's going to be another cold snap coming through. Flippin' Farmstead said hopefully starting some seeds and making room in the barn for toddler chickens. Wow, you got toddler chickens already? That's cool. That'll be nice. That'll be really nice. Gwen says, hopefully what we want to do, not you know who, LOL. You're too funny. I hope it's what you want to do. Jennifer Ocean said, clanging and bringing in firewood. There you go. It's cold by you, I would imagine, Jennifer Ocean. Cow Emporium says chores. May run to Calgary or Costco. We have been 68 Fahrenheit as a high. Crazy. Wow, that's incredible. We were warmer today. I don't know the temps because we were in Rapid, so it's usually a big difference between Rapid and our house. But yeah, very, very, very cool. When you go to Costco, look and see if they have hardware and let me know. I'm only kidding. Lisa Colovi, she said trying to keep warm and going to a Super Bowl party. Oh, nice. Is the Super Bowl this Sunday? I don't know anything about that stuff. But have a good time at the party and please do stay warm. Our Flippin' Farm said I have 25 3-week-old chicks. They are about 8 inches tall already, but they're blue Jersey giants. Nice. We had white and black. White and then a set of black Jersey giants. They're interesting birds. Interesting birds. Ariella said, other than reading for my IT and computer security course, I'll be catching up I'm watching YouTube videos on everyone's channels. Good for you. I got to catch up. I am super behind because I've just not been looking at anything. Troy said we're having snow now in southeast West Virginia. Stay warm, Troy. Jennifer Ocean said she's cleaning, not clanging. 7 degrees, but going to 30s this week. It's been beautiful weather here. Nice. The Cow Emporium says they don't in store, maybe online. I had a t-shirt on yesterday. It was so warm. It was beautiful. Gwen says I had to put on a t-shirt today. My long sleeve was too much. I'm not complaining. Jennifer Ocean said no snow for over 2 weeks. Wow. Aside from dustings, we haven't had snow in a while. We got the one, yeah, dustings. That was like it was still under an inch, so I consider it a dusting. Lisa Clovey said, yes, it is. Who you're rooting for, Lisa? I don't even know who's playing. I'm so bad with that stuff. Neither one of us are sports folks. But that's okay. That's okay. All right, guys. Well, I am going to get going. I am going to go look into backsplash wallpaper and I'm going to go look into discount hardware and all that kind of stuff. Ned says the halftime show. Who's playing the halftime show? I'm dying to know. Hey, little Frenchie. Good to see you, Ann. Good to see you. Ariella said going to have to film the Costco here in Panda Mart sometime. Gwen says I might watch some of the Olympics, maybe. I need to really look around because I didn't even know that was going on. Green Day. Ooh, Green Day. I like Green Day. I'll have to check that out. Well, guys, it was good to talk with you. Thanks for putting up with the kitchen talk. I'm sorry that's all that's going on right now. Oh, our flippin' Farmstead is watching the opening ceremonies now. Yeah, I need to get a life. I didn't even realize all that stuff's going on. Well, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay warm where you are. Stay dry. Have fun watching the Olympics, the Super Bowl, all that stuff. And we'll be catching up too. So have a good weekend, everybody. Take care. Only person invited to a